we found with, in particular, a lot the commercial sort of office furniture and even with schools and university work that we do, that even though we had our GECA certification and that had a product stewardship obligation, so that's where there's sort of a requirement on the company that originates the product or sells it to take back that product if the customer doesn't want it. We would never get contacted about products that were ours that the company didn't want anymore. They would automatically go into landfill or somehow end up somewhere else, but we never knew where. And it didn't matter how often we tried to contact our customers and organise maintenance visits and things. Quite often it was really difficult to get the right person within a big corporate who sort of understood what we were offering, because no one else really proactively kind of went out to do maintenance on their products. We sort of felt that actually the best way to deal with that was to never let the end customer own the piece. So they could pay to use the pieces, but they never owned it. And so this was sort of the idea is basically a subscription model. So we started looking at this in around 2018, originally as a product offering for the build to rent sector. So it's very similar. So in that instance, the property asset owner creates a property asset that they hold on to, and their objective is to rent that out to tenants, so in a residential sense, for as long as possible. They actually have to kind of bend over backwards for the tenants. So, and the tenants are allowed to do things like put pictures up and have pets and do all the things that you can do when you own a home. And in Australia, we've got sort of this weird obsession with home ownership that doesn't really exist in other parts of the world. So in many other parts of the world, like in the US, I think 25% of all property assets in the residential sector are held in these kind of structures. So, and it's big US pension funds. So in our instance, some of them have invested in Australia or super funds, which will hopefully create a much better sort of level playing field for renters in Australia.